What's up guys, welcome to the very fun video where I address my mistakes and issues revolving around the BeatSaber modding community. I am well aware this video is going to get ratioed, but I'm still going to make this in order to apologize for my mistakes as well as share some truths that have been manipulated by the people in the community. So to start this video, I would like to apologize for the description of the Nightly's video. I was doing a fun stream with my viewers where I was brainstorming ways to get into the Shorts algorithm. I've been super invested in playing around with the Shorts algorithm, and I even have a separate channel where I upload test shorts and stuff to experiment with thumbnails. With that being said, we talked about how to make a description that would catch into the BeatSaber shorts, and it just turns out that my next BeatSaber short was the Nightly's one. In hindsight, that was probably not the best video to test it on, and to the creators that I used in the description, I am truly, genuinely sorry for connecting your name to this controversy. The next group of people I'd like to apologize to is anyone who ended up bricking their headset after watching my video. I was unaware of the fact that the Nightly's could brick your headset. I was going off of the info on the BSMG Discord as well as on the bmbf.dev website. It does say on there that it is used for testing, and I found out from people who had already used the Nightly's that the bugs and crashes were common occurrences and songs could be played. I told people they could get the Nightly's at risk to use, but I did not make people aware of the more damaging risks like bricking your headset. I take full responsibility for this and should have done more research, but with that being said, making that more clear is something that the BSMG should do. I searched on both the bmbf.dev website and the Discord announcements and found nothing about it bricking your headset. While I'm on this point, people might say I encourage people to use them for non-testing purposes. The way I interpreted the message was that Nightly's are for testers, since it is very unstable and not very useful to the common person for rec use. With lines like, "We kindly ask you to uninstall since it would be of no use to you," I assumed that the reason they wanted you to only use it as a tester was because they didn't want normal people bricking their headsets for something that was completely useless. I was made aware that it could be of use if you took the gamble, and I wanted to share that with my viewers. I'm not trying to condone or justify some of the things I'm said. I'm merely just trying to state the reasoning for why I think I did what I did, and I truly am sorry for those who I actually hurt, and I really am sorry. I don't know how to make it genuine. It's always going to sound ingenuine, but I truly am sorry for those who messed up and damaged their headset because of my video. But that is going to wrap up all of my apologies. I will now get on to my rebuttal against some of the claims made by people in my comment section. I do not claim that this rebuttal is without bias. I very much embrace the fact that it is biased, and I want to share my experience and what it has been like for me communicating with the devs and modders in the BeatSaber modding community. I will first start with counter arguments and then give a full story at the end that I really hope you do end up listening to. For starters, people got mad at me for encouraging the use of Nightly's. To that I say, if you don't want anyone and everyone using them, make them private. I then got the counter argument that this would be worse because it would hide things from the community and would probably get leaked anyway. Privating the ability to get Nightly's wouldn't mean the stop of updates. Info could still be shared about the updates and wouldn't have to be kept away from users. Currently, to get the Nightly build, it is as easy as going into the BMBF website, clicking on the Nightly's build, and downloading the first one. On screen is the only warning that appears before the download. A simple solution would be to make a Discord server with the download for the Nightly's. Before you enter a Discord server, the owner can have a message appear for the users having them to accept. This is normally used for rules, but in the case of the Nightly's Discord server, simply making a prompt to come up that would say that the builds are 100% for testers only and could damage your quest would be enough. And to dispute the second point about it getting leaked, it's already public, so having it get leaked wouldn't even matter. Some might say though a leaked version may be misconstrued for an early release, but that would not be the case if there was constant updates and the private version was through a Discord like I suggested. I got a message from the creator of the song loader saying that my videos are harmful in the fact that they overshadow videos like his on updates. A super simple solution to this would be working with me. As I get into later, the stance around YouTubers is very negative, almost to the point of harassment on occasion. Instead of trying to bully us into not making tutorials, work with us. Many of us would be happy to post any update videos made by members of the community. For a channel of our size, we are not looking for money despite what you might think. We like helping and having a community. I know I will see comments saying, but you will just post the videos without reaching out. And you are right, I have started to do that because of how difficult it has been to work with the devs and modders. What I'm trying to say now is I would like to restart and work with you guys in order to keep the community running smoothly. I would like to be able to post videos made by you guys that would inform the community with my larger viewing base. It is not my intent to overshadow you guys, but is merely my attempt to grow a YouTube channel. That is the whole point of having a YouTube channel. I want to grow my community. It is important that we keep the YouTube side going, as 75% of people getting into modding are people who don't know how to mod other than watching tutorial videos. With that being said, I would like to wrap this up in order to not stretch out the video, but I would love to get into a call and discuss ways that we can work together in the future. My next point really rubs me the wrong way, as it is just blatant manipulation on the end of the modder. Just an FYI, I released this video 3 days before I went on my vacation, so there was plenty of time for me to make changes if necessary before I left. 5 days later, I get a DM from the creator of the in-game song loader. The DMs will be on screen as I talk. I definitely could have been more formal, but at this point in time, I had hundreds of messages as well as DMs of people constantly calling my content worthless, harmful, clickbait shit that should have never been made, which really put me not in the best mood, as I just wanted to spend time with my family. I gave the same response that I do all the time, that I did not tell people to ask questions in the BSMG, nor did I even mention it at all, so how is it my fault that people have questions and are asking them? I also get the "you do not understand," which is just not true. I get thousands and thousands of comments on my tutorial videos, and I try and answer every single one of them because I feel like helping people in the community is more important. From what I can tell, they did not take this well and gave me an ultimatum that wouldn't affect me, but would actually harm the rest of the community. On screen is the ultimatum. And in order for me not to stall the releases for you guys, I gave in despite still standing by my video, which goes to show how they are manipulating the circumstances to paint me as the villain. There is no physical reason why my video should delay the release, which is why this means one of two things. Their feelings were either hurt or the mod isn't even finished yet. Either way, they are using me as a scapegoat to avoid people who have been at their throats for taking so long, which I do not condone. The developers are doing this stuff out of the good of their heart, and we should be thankful, since without mods, BeatSaber wouldn't even be what it is today. I'm not telling you guys that it is their fault. They have other lives, they have things they have to do, but them trying to place the blame on me for the releases being delayed is just not right. Manipulation like this is what really hurts me, as it is blatant lies that not only puts the developers in the clear, but also paints me in a terrible light just for having an opinion that they disagree with. Because I was away from my house, I was not able to make this video sooner, which has led to the lies about me being the cause for the delay to spread to a point where this video won't solve it. So I hope this shows how it is not my pride, but the pride of the modder that is causing this delay. I'm sure there were other arguments in the comments of my video saying why my video is bad, but I currently don't have the time to get into it, as I don't want this video to be too long. So at this point in time, I'm just going to start my full story in order to wrap up the video. From my very first tutorial about how to get custom songs for BeatSaber on the Quest, I have not been very welcomed in the community. I reached out and asked if they wanted to work together to make a video that could go alongside the text instructions that were currently used at that time. Instead of just nicely saying no, many of the mods or admins, I can't really remember, but someone on the BSMG Discord as well as many members of the community basically bullied me for making a video. Depending on whether or not my messages were deleted after my ban, you should be able to do a sort under my name to find the confrontation. Moving on, that had already put a sour taste in my mouth, so I would go on to make another tutorial without the assistance of the BSMG. It was slightly after that one where I was confronted by some mods who politely asked me to take down my videos due to them being outdated. I explained how I feel about my tutorials and how they are a form of art and can take weeks to edit. At this point in time, I wasn't even partnered, so I wasn't even making money for doing it. I was just trying to do it for fun. Eventually, we came to an arrangement where I would put outdated in any of my old tutorials, as well as a pinned comment. They told me to reach out anytime I needed anything, and so I did. The next time I made a new how-to mod video, I reached out and worked with 2 of the mods to make a video as accurate and helpful as possible. This video is still currently up on my channel with 400,000 views as my most watched and used video. This is why I feel personally attacked by comments from the generic BSMG that says how my videos are blatantly misinformative when they have been checked by members and modders of the BSMG. Going back a little, I started to drift more and more from the entire community as I would receive more comments I found insulting. This wasn't from everyone, but led me to separate myself from everyone in the community to avoid the toxicity. I then found myself getting DMs from people upset with the titles of my videos, like how to get BeatSaber mods on your quest, which had mods in the title like noodle extensions. The mod was announced a week before and was planned to release later in the year. YouTube is a very much early bird gets the worm, so I created a tutorial that could be used to get NE when it came out. I also got complaints about the top 10 mods video because I did not provide a tutorial. The video was a top 10 video, not a tutorial video. A tutorial was linked that the viewer could watch if needed. These were pointed out and used as threats to get my channel blacklisted in the community. All of this led up to the most recent Nightly's video where everything seemed to boil over. Without the backstory, it just looked like I made one bad video to upset the BMBF devs, then kept it up in order to hurt the community. I hope with some backstory you can try and see where I am coming from with my videos and responses. With that being said, I am not trying to blanket the people in the community. Lots are very nice and helpful, however it only takes a few to ruin it for everyone. That is going to end off today's video. Please share it. The video is not monetized, so I'm not trying to make money. Just please share it so I can get my side of the story out and can be heard. My community is sadly just not big enough to be heard under the voices of the entire modding community. So if this video shedded any light on the story, please share it with someone who also might be left in the dark.